Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to talk about Summer House Martha's Vineyard. So, this episode was cute. Let's just talk about. We're just gonna talk about the episode. Of course, we're gonna talk about the episode, but I'm not gonna go in like a particular order. Okay, so we can start off with Nick. Um, Nick has a girlfriend. Hey, but I just knew Nick had a whole man. Nick is heterosexual. Well, I don't know if he heterosexual. He got a girlfriend. Okay. Um, Her name is Tasia. I think he said her name was Tasia, and they've been dating for 18 months. Nick is confusing, and I see why Jasmine and some of the other people are confused because even though 5 days is not a long time, it's a long time when you are in a house around these people like 24/7 basically. So 5 days is a long time. And not only is 5 days in this situation a long time, also, sir, the way that you have communicated thus far, I would not think that you had a girlfriend. Nothing about the things that have come out of your mouth or out of Nick's mouth. I'm acting like I'm talking to him. Nothing that has come out of Nick's mouth would have made me believe that he had a girlfriend. I didn't necessarily think he had a boyfriend. I mean, girl, I got my opinion about a few people in the house, but girl, that's just my opinion. Okay, but nothing that he has said would have made me believe that he had a girlfriend. Once Alex and the producer started that question, that game in the confessional, I was like, well, girl, maybe he like boys. Yes, that's what it was giving. It was giving very much, girl, I got a boyfriend. I got a boyfriend named Kevin. But he said he got a girlfriend named Tasia. Um, Jasmine said that Nick said that Shanice was going to be his wife. That is a weird thing to say when you are in a relationship. You're talking about another woman is going to be your wife. Nick is all over the place. So, like, my good eye is on Nick. Nick says that he didn't say it, but at this point, I don't know if I can believe Nick because of how he has decided to pretty much move in this house when it comes to, having these conversations about hookups and the other women in the house. Now, day 5, day 6, now, oh, I got a girlfriend. Girl, what? Girl, what? You got a girlfriend? I don't know. I feel like I believe Jasmine does not have the best memory. So we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. But Jasmine does not have the best memory. But I just feel like I feel like he did say Shanice was gonna be his wife. He was too disappointed also that Shanice didn't really look the way that she looked in her IG post. Then you're also flirting or sending these. This is the thing about DMs. When you reply to somebody's story, it automatically goes in their DMs. So it's not like you're in their DMs because when you reply to a story, it automatically goes to their DMs. But with Nick, sending fire emojis and heart emojis or whatever type of emojis he was sending to Jordan. I think he was flirting with Shanice. And I think Bria also said he was flirting with her. It's kind of like, girl, we kind of get what you're trying to do. But now all of a sudden I got a girlfriend. Nick, I hope, anyway, I don't know, child. We gon' we gonna move on. Shanice. Shanice is leaving. She's only there for the weekend. She's gonna come back the following weekend. I said, tell us you a hoe without telling us you a hoe. Girl, Shanice. Shanice announced that she was basically upset that she didn't get no sex. I said, Shanice, yeah. Now I done did my fair show out. Let me tell you something. I am the last one to judge, okay? Because I done did my fair share of hoeing back in the day. Yes, God. Yes, God. Yes, God. Okay. So I can't judge nobody. But I was like, damn, Shanice, girl, you could have kept it to yourself, girl. I'm mad. She said something about I didn't hook up with anybody in the house. think Shanice was stalking that guy. Based off of what I've seen on the show, Shanice gives me a stalker team. She does. I already explained that in my last video. Anyways, the guys are gonna go work out. The girls are gonna go for a walk. Silas and Preston kind of get in a back and forth. I was with Preston, so they're working out, and Silas is basically saying that Preston isn't, he's not putting in enough effort into the workout. Preston was like, yes, I am. Girl, this is the thing. Silas, you look like a bodybuilder. It's clear as day Amir works out, right? And not to say that Preston doesn't work out, because you can work out and still not be walking around here with, a six-pack and muscles popping out of your thumbs. But Silas needs to realize that everybody is not going to be on his same level when it comes to working out. Girl, if Preston wasn't putting in any type of effort, his black ass would have been sitting on the goddamn balcony with a mimosa like he really wanted. Now that you could have said you're not putting in any effort. Because at that point, I just would have got up and said, girl, because I don't want to be here anyways. Girl, I would have grabbed me a concept. I can show you not putting in the effort. I can tell you what it looked like too. Okay? They start talking about, I think Silas was the one who brought it up. Did they think he was, I think he mentioned, I think it was him who basically mentioned about the whole drink stuff. This is the thing. Silas ain't all the way wrong, y'all. This is what I think, okay? I think that the majority of men, when they purchase a woman a drink in the club, one, it means that he's probably attracted to her. Two, he probably is expecting something in return. Whether it is a telephone number or some Boochie cat. Okay? A little kitty cat. A little Hello Kitty, okay? I feel like the majority of men are just not going around buying women drinks just out of the kindness of their heart. He says that he doesn't like it because he doesn't want his wife to be put into a position of her accepting a drink and then the guy getting upset because she's not interested. It makes sense what he said, but I don't think that's what he really feels. I think that he knows how men move, and I think that he just has a problem with his wife accepting a drink, period. I don't think it has anything to necessarily do with if Jasmine takes this drink and then she says no, then, it'll put her in a position because now she's told this man no after she's accepted a drink from him. Anyways, I put Nick is right. He basically told her, like, that's where I'm at with it too. I'm glad Nick got Nick got some nice teeth too. I was like, ooh, I was looking at Nick's teeth like, ooh, Nick got a nice mouth. Ooh. Anyway, let me stop listening over that straight man. Anyway, so Nick is right. Nick basically says what I've been saying, like, stop acting like women don't know how to take care of themselves. But women also like to play that game too. Y'all do. It's a game that I see the gays do. It's a game that I see. It's just people. They get into a relationship and then all of a sudden they try to act like, oh my God, I don't know how this world works. And just like he said, she's made it this far. Women have made it this far. Now all of a sudden you act like she don't know how this world works. Jasmine slept in her car. Jasmine was homeless before you even came into the picture. So if Jasmine can survive in New York City and sleep in her car, Jasmine can take care of herself. Period. There's no need for you to worry or tell her she shouldn't accept a drink from a guy. Jasmine knows how this goes. She ain't crazy. Jasmine worked at a club. She knows exactly how this goes. Out of everybody sitting in the room. Okay? Nick has a private conversation with Silas. He asks him, does he think he's controlling? He says that he doesn't think he's controlling. It's basically out of him planning and wanting to make sure everything is right. Silas, you're controlling. Okay? There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. He says he's not going to take advice from someone who had a secret girlfriend up until a couple of hours ago. Nick also tells Silas that basically if you get to a point where you're pretty much controlling and doing everything, then she's going to lose those skills, like basic skills that she needs to look out for herself. Girl, Nick be talking some truth. Yes. I believe this is what happens when I see people get in relationships. You get into a relationship, you start acting dumb, stupid, and slow, like you don't know what to do. You start depending on this man to do everything, to be the leader, the head of household, and you just sit back. And then as time is going by, girl, you don't know, you start to lose those skills. It's kind of like, you know how they say if you don't use it, you lose it? It's kind of like someone who could be a pro at Microsoft or Microsoft Excel or Microsoft Word, and then they're taken out of the workforce, and then they have to go back to work 20 years later. Do you really think that person is going to remember Microsoft Excel if they haven't been using it? So it's the same thing. What I feel like Nick was telling him, like, you can sit here and do all of that stuff you're doing, but Jasmine is going to start to lose just those basic skills that she needs to survive. Things that she should know on her own, right? I'm with Nick. I think the question that people need to ask themselves when they get into a relationship, and I'm just going to go ahead and just be very blunt with it. If your partner died today, would you be able to move on tomorrow? Not move on to another relationship. Would you be able to still, do you know who fixes your car? Do you know who changes your oil? Do you know how the accounts work? You see what I'm saying? If those answers are no, sweetie, you're going to have to do some changing. You should know how to do everything your partner knows how to do. Now, you can want them to do something. You can want them to go, change your oil. But if you don't, I know somebody who can do it. You could want your partner to go change your tires. But if you don't, I know somebody who can do it. You see what I'm saying? Anyways, so Amir. Girl. Amir started crying. I wasn't paying no attention. Listen, he was talking about something about family. I don't know, girl. Amir. So the streets are talking about Mr. Amir. And allegedly, there are some tweets that have now resurfaced. When I tell you, baby, Twitter is going to get y'all girls in trouble. So there are some tweets that have resurfaced. I saw one last night on Twitter, or the night before last on Twitter. And I think it was something like, he said something allegedly, black women scare me. So he's giving very much anti-black woman tea. I told y'all the first episode that I had already seen Amir on social media, on Instagram. And when I saw that this show was coming out, I said, hold up, that's the guy from Instagram. Because at one point, I think I was following him and then I stopped. And the real reason why I stopped is because once I started kind of looking at his Instagram, it was giving very much white tea. I told y'all this in the very first episode. So I was surprised that he was even on this show because he gives very much Summer House. Not Summer House Martha's Vineyard, but Summer House. So if these tweets are true, it doesn't surprise me. I said the last review that he's only in this house to basically try and learn from. It's kind of trying to, like, let me catch up with my black side. I think it was, I don't want to say the names, but it was someone on Twitter who said that Amir is looking at this as a social experiment. I think that 2012 was a long time ago because I think that's where the tweets. I think that was a timestamp, the date on the tweet that I saw. 2012 was a long time ago. That was over a decade ago. I definitely think that people can change and evolve after over 10 years, right? 10 years later, over 10 years later. For some reason, I'm not even saying this to just sound messy and mean. I don't think he has evolved. I don't think he has changed. I think deep down he still probably feels the same way. I think that those tweets are real. I think that people are going to give him a pass, especially gay men, because Amir has a big ass. We're just going to call a thing a thing. And we know that when it comes to looks, desirability plays a big part in people forgiving folks. And because Amir is a decent looking man with a big ass, the gay's not going to care. Amir, it's a chop for me. Girl, I've been knowing you was a mess. Girl, I knew it. 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 And when I told y'all at the beginning of the season, I got some mess that I'm going to leave right here, like Big Mama's money when she folded and put it in her bra. Now, I didn't know anything about those tweets. But that was a mess I was talking about. I just knew something was going to come up where I could just drive my point on home. And girl, here we go. Tweets popping out and shit. Amir, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Y'all can have Amir. Okay? Anyways, I'll take Nick. Nick got a girlfriend, but I still think Nick. Anyways, so when they addressed, I ain't gonna lie, I did kind of giggle when Preston asked Nick, was he okay? After the girls basically put him in a hot seat, I feel like Nick was lying. He told Nick, "You can come cry in my room later," because it's giving very much Nick. So this is the thing. Bria's boyfriend is coming from Germany. It's a 13-hour flight. Bria did tell them, even when she was talking, I was like, I was like, why is Jasmine and Silas acting like Bria didn't tell them, like, because a part of me, I do, even though we're going to get into that in a little bit too, but I don't think that he should be able to come to the house for a week. I just don't. However, she told y'all, and y'all pretty much said it was okay. And now he's supposed to be there in 3 days, and now we need to have a conversation. Go have a conversation about what she already told y'all. Now, maybe y'all were drunk, and maybe y'all just didn't remember. But one thing I don't like about Jasmine is she likes to get upset after the fact. Like, she did that with the dog. It wasn't until like it wasn't her walking in the house with the dog. It was okay. Now we have dog hair, right? Now I want to get upset. Okay, now it's even though she did tell you that Simon, I think his name is Simon, Bria's boyfriend was coming. Now y'all want to address it after the fact. Like, girl, we doing too much. Girl, it should be addressed in the moment. But they said it was yeah. Um, which I think is a little messed up because if he's already bought his plane ticket and now y'all telling him, "Oh no, you can't come," even though y'all already knew that he was coming. Um, Bria tells Shanice that Alex basically brought up the article when the cameras went down. Let me tell y'all something, girl. The cameras ain't never down. Okay, even when the last cameraman leaves, girl, the cameras are still up. Okay. But Bria tells Shanice that Alex told them that about the article about her being crazy, basically. We have a new girl, Summer. We have a new guy, Jason. I put Jasmine knows everybody. I'm not gonna lie, I am a little surprised that because Silas gives me very much controlling. You can't be friends with men, straight men. So Jasmine and the new guy Jason, they were roommates before. And they're friends, but Silas doesn't seem to have an issue. So I mean that's a good thing. Silas and Bria. Silas and Bria have a conversation. I don't have no issues with Bria, but Bria, I feel like Bria is manipulative. I feel like she's sneaky. I feel like Bria likes to twist things in order to get her way. So they're having a conversation. And Bria basically tells Silas that basically the reason you don't want Simon to come here is because he's white. She said, I think it has to do with race. This is what I told myself. I said, girl, you would not I don't think I would be good for reality TV. I just don't think I would because one thing I'm not gonna do is sit here and play this game. One thing I'm not gonna sit here and do is beat around the bush. Bria was trying to pull Silas's card, and I would have shut that shit down right then and there. Girl, the truth of the matter is, if we're gonna have a real conversation, yeah, it kind of does have to do with his race. Now, this is what I would have told her. Girl, we can sit here and play this game all day long, but the truth of the matter is, girl, this is a show about black people. We have a show about white people. Yeah, they sprinkled a couple of niggas in toward a couple of seasons ago. But girl, they have a summer house that's white folk, and then they have a summer house, Martha's Vineyard, for black folk. So yes, I do have a problem with his ass coming down here for a week and he's white on this black show. Period. I'm not playing this game with no Bria. We're gonna go ahead and just put it out there. So yeah, and what else? He's not coming. Which they should have told him that from the get-go. He's not coming. And part of it has to do with him being white. Because this is a show that's being shot for black cast members. Period. There ain't nothing else to talk about. Why are we playing this game? We know exactly what this show is about. It's a black cast. And if he's going to be here for a week, he's part of the cast. Which takes away from the show because it's supposed to be a black cast. God. Real girl, get out of my face. Girl, get out of my face. You want to sit here and try to play this? You played that game with Silas, and Silas didn't know how to act. Silas, that fourth wall, all that shit, whatever they call it, that shit would have been knocked down. What did Candace say? What's that nigga name from Potomac? Put all my fourth wall in. Girl, put all my fourth wall in. Don't take out nothing. Because Miss Bria trying to play games. Got my stomach growling. You heard my stomach growling. Miss Bria trying to play games, and I'm not here for all of that. um. Then she starts to pull the. Listen, I don't care if Silas and Jasmine have sex every other hour. They are cast members. Period. Your boyfriend is not a cast member. I get that girl. Jasmine got her man there to dick her down whenever she wants some. Again, they're cast members. Bria, it's not gonna kill like y'all. One thing it kills, girl, men and women. Girl, it's 2 weeks. Girl, it's 15 days. Girl, you'll be okay without sex for 2. You're not gonna die. Girl, it's 2 weeks. Girl, it's 2 weeks and 1 day. Girl, you'll be all right. Then you can fly back to Germany and do whatever you need to do. You're gonna be all right. She tried to use that as a reason of why I guess Simon should come because they got somebody she don't. Um, then she tried to pull the Silas said that girl, this is the thing. Silas, now I don't know, it could have been more to it, but what they showed was basically Silas saying that he wants all black women to be married, preferably to a black man, but at the end of the day, still married. That's what I only watched the episode once. That's what I got from what Simon, not Simon. Who the fuck is Simon? Oh, that's the white boy. Silas. That's what I got. I'm like, who the hell is Simon? That's what I got from Silas. But Bria tried to make it seem as though he just said, at this point, I'm just gonna call a thing a thing. When it comes to Bria saying certain things, I'm gonna have to think about it 3 times. Because the way that Bria moves, it gives very much, again, she's manipulative. She is sneaky. She gives kind of bratty tea. I think they have accommodated Bria extremely too goddamn much. I'm still pissed off that they kicked out Mariah. I hope they have a reunion and Mariah come and cuss all their asses out, especially Amir. And the only reason why Bria really felt like Mariah should go is because her friend got kicked out. Like, you know, girl, whatever. Bria starts crying. Then she started talking about something about Silas raising his voice. Girl, y'all be killing me with that, girl. Listen. I feel like Bria only pulled the Silas is raising his like Bria's a mess. Girl, I wouldn't trust Bria. I wouldn't trust Bria. Now it's I think she said something about Silas raising his voice. Did his voice go up a little bit? Yeah, but girl, to the point where girl, and even if it did, girl, you just call this man, girl, you just pretty much insinuate this man has an issue with white people, which is not well, I don't know if it's the truth or not. Which I can't speak for Silas. So, yes, he might raise his voice. Now, did I take it? Did I take it that she was trying to call him racist? No, black people can't be racist. Did I take it that she was trying to call him prejudiced? No. Like I said, I just think I secretly think it was just one of those things where, girl, this is a black show and his white ass don't need to be here. And I think that Silas is probably scared to say that. I just would have said it. Because I'm not playing that back and forth. That's why I couldn't do reality TV. Because all that back and forth shit, trying to beat around the bush, girl, we're going to go straight through that motherfucker. Okay? Anyways, Bria started packing, talking about she leaving. Girl. I was with Jasmine when I think Silas said something about like go up there and check on her or something. Jasmine said, I don't care. I don't blame her. Girl, no. If she want to leave, let her leave. And at that point, I also felt that, Girl, if you so quick to say you're leaving, then that means that we could tell your boyfriend he definitely ain't coming. You see what I'm saying? So clearly money ain't a thing. Well, I know she probably was going to leave based off of the show. But all I'm saying is if you're so quick to say you're leaving, then clearly you don't even care about your boyfriend, I'm assuming, purchasing his own ticket to come to the show. So if you're going to leave, then girl, we can definitely tell him no because money ain't an issue. So no, he's not coming. And you can leave too if you want to. Because Shanice about to come back in a couple of days. We got Summer here, and we got Jason. Bye. And take that bitch with you, too. You okay? Is Milo? I don't, anyways, Milo's still a bitch to me. Silas goes upstairs to check on Bria. I thought that was nice. I really think I really think he was going to like try to like fix the situation, and it just didn't go the way that I don't think that Silas probably had planned. Girl, ain't gonna lie, girl, when Jasmine heard Silas and Bria arguing, and Miss Thing started running up them stairs. When Miss Thing started running up them stairs. Oh, girls, I was over here screaming. Anyways, child. Yeah, Bria is a lot. Shout out everybody. Shout out to everybody. Y'all, Amir's y'all girl. I don't have nothing to do with Amir. That's y'all. Y'all got him. Fat ass and all. Amir do got a fat ass. But fat ass and all. See, I get blinded by ass. Amir got a fat ass, but girl, I told y'all about that boy. I told y'all. Anyways, I'm going. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.